All right, who we got up top?
Top of the table is Palmer. He's got 43 points. Second is Joseph with 42. Third is Joe with 40. Fourth is you and I are tied with 39. You are above me on a point differential. And then KG has 35 and James is 34. And then the last three, Hung, Victor, and Juan, have 24, 23, and 22. So really from 7 to 1 is like a into the end of the season could potentially win it.
That's close.
So this past week, past 2 weeks, really, because we've had to take a slight break. I played Juan game week 22, and I beat him 60-40. My team has been getting me solid points past few weeks, and a lot of it has to do with Ilkay Gundogan. And that week I got 60. James Justin had a goal, a clean sheet, and a bonus, so he got 15 points. He actually today got injured, so hopefully he's not out for the weekend, or if he is out for the weekend, he's not out for too long. Madison got 2 assists and a clean sheet with 2-point bonus. Gundogan had an assist, a clean sheet, and 2 points bonus, and Martial had 2 goals scored, an assist, and 1 bonus point. And that was when United beat Southampton 9-0. Cavani also got a goal that day, so that's how I had 60 points. And then this past week I played Victor, and dude, man, third time I beat him. Third time I played him, I finally beat him. I can't believe I lost to him the first 2 times because his team is so trash. But I had 46 points. James Justin had a clean sheet and 3 bonus points. Ilkay Gundogan, he scored 2 goals, missed a penalty, and got 3 bonus. So if he had gotten 2 more bonus points, that would have been pretty tight. Cavani got a goal and 2 bonus points. And the whole rest of my team only had 2 points, 1 to 3 points for just showing up. But I didn't start the Leeds keeper, Mie, against Palace. I don't know what I was thinking because I'm pretty sure Pope played. Pope played Brighton. Brighton weren't doing too hot, but Leeds kept a clean sheet and he had 3 saves, so he had 3 bonus points. But looking since I decided at the beginning of the season after I chopped and changed my team too much, I basically have kept the same team the whole rest of the way through, and now I'm 5 points off top.
Imagine that, dude. All right, I had let's see. Last week I beat who did I play last week?
You played KG. 2 weeks ago, though, you played.
I didn't even look at the font. 53-19 against Joseph. Yeah. Are we in game week? We're game week 23 right now.
23, yep.
Jesus.
This one coming up this weekend.
This one, no.
Yep.
Last week was game 3.
My bad. You're right.
Fuck. Yeah, we're behind. So I had beaten Joseph in game week 22. Let's see, Palmer beat me in game week 21, and then last week I beat KG by 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, I started Johnstone against Spurs rather, thinking Johnstone makes a lot of saves. Spurs don't get a lot of chances, but they are clinical when they do not when Spurs get chances, when Kane or Son get chances. Should have played Patrizio though. He had 3 saves and a bonus, and that's the only game he's ever gotten a bonus for this year. 4 saves. Oddly enough, Wolves defenders usually don't let teams get shots off, so Patrizio doesn't have to make a save, and when they do shoot, it goes through and whatever. Godfrey on the back line, 3 goals conceded, -1. Alonso only played 28 minutes, got 1 point. Cresswell had a clean sheet, 3 bonus. Traore had an assist and a clean sheet. Harrison had a goal and a clean sheet. Pepe did fuck all. Bernardo Silva had an assist, and Fernandez had a goal. And then Wilson got subbed out early, and Willian Jose did not score in the Leicester Wolves draw. King got subbed in. I picked him up because I think he's going to have to play. He only played 9 minutes though. He's getting acclimated. Dyer didn't play. Didn't play today either. Wonder what's up with that.
Or just getting rested while he can be.
And then Laporte played 0 minutes against Liverpool because John Stones is the best center back in England right now. But hey, man, we're sitting pretty tied fourth. We can say tied fourth, but you're in fifth. And we play each other this week.
We do play each other this week. Battle of the Goofballs.
Oh man, Goofball Derby. Alright, let's see. Alright. Ooh, we got some double games this week, dude.
Yeah.
How about that?
I've got, let's see who I have. I've got Gundogan with 2 games. I've got Pope with 2 games. And I've got Will Keane with 2 games.
I've got King, Silva, and Laporte, and Godfrey. And it's looking like City will win both of those games, undoubtedly.
Yep.
And then Everton can beat Fulham. Who knows? And
Everton just beat Tottenham 5-4 on.
It's not that big of a deal at the moment.
And they came back and drew with United after twice.
That was
United being ahead.
United's fault, though.
It was De Gea's fault.
Yeah, we need to be playing Henderson. Undoubtedly. Like, it's time. And I hate that De Gea...
It's come to this.
Well, I hate that he fucking balled out for years, and we finally have a good program, and he's like... Or, he's not good enough anymore. It sucks for him because...
Maybe that's why, though. Because before, he was always having
to be dependable, yeah.
Be the guy. And he was always getting shots taken on him, so he's always in the game. So maybe now, because he doesn't have to... Like, Everton had 3 shots, 3 goals. You know what I mean? So maybe that's part of the... He's not in... He doesn't feel like he's in the game as much, but... Two of the goals... The 3rd goal was definitely, like, he should have came out and claimed that. And then the screenshot that everybody's showing of Maguire keeping everyone on side... I went back and I looked at that. The ball was already kicked, so Maguire was dropping back. He should have been further up, no doubt, but he wasn't the reason why all the Everton players were kept on side. But there's also looked like a handball off Will Keane, and then Calvert-Lewin looked like he handballed it as well, but VAR doesn't check that. So the inconsistency doesn't make sense. United lost or drew that game, conceded the goals on their own, but. Man, it was frustrating. And then Arsenal looked not great against Villa. I think I don't want to say they're gonna struggle, but I don't think that they'll beat a team above them. Because I don't see them beating. They're not gonna beat City. I don't see them beating. Who are they playing this week? Leeds. That might be a good game for them, actually, because they both play expensive. Well, Arsenal don't really anymore. I don't know. And then Leicester play Liverpool. So, with Liverpool's form right now, going to Leicester, I'd be very worried as a Liverpool fan. City plays Spurs, and as much as I would love to see Spurs at least draw with City, I don't think it's going to happen. City are playing way too well right now to not win that game. And with the game in hand. Palace play Burnley. That's going to be a snooze fest, man.
Everton has 2 games in hand. If they win their next 2 matches, it probably will not happen, but they'll be in top 4.
Yep.
They got Fulham and then City, so they'll probably win against Fulham, which will put them up above Chelsea.
Listen to the next. Fulham, right, should win. Then they have City, Liverpool, Southampton, Chelsea. That's a hard 4 games in a row to play.
You said who
after Fulham, right? Uh-huh. They have City, Liverpool, Southampton, and Chelsea. So
I mean, they can hope that one of those 4 teams takes them lightly. Which, see,
City won't. They might be able to get a result against Liverpool. Southampton are just going to play how Southampton play, and then Chelsea under Tuchel, as much as I hate to admit it, starting to look like a force to be reckoned with. But it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. I think Liverpool, really messed up not getting I don't think anyone could really in the transfer window, but Liverpool, for all their complaining that they're doing about how they have so many injuries and that they don't have fans in the stadium, it's like you're not the only team that has ever had to that's having to deal with that. And then everyone keeps saying how Jordan Henderson having to play in defense for Liverpool is like such a good thing, and then they're saying that that's the reason why Liverpool aren't doing as well in the league. But then it's like, go back to when Fergie was manager of United. We had Carrick and Fletcher playing center back for us in 4 matches in a row, and United still retained the title that year. So I don't find that as an excuse. And honestly, if they're a professional player, it shouldn't matter what position they're in, and you shouldn't struggle, especially if you're supposed to be a world class player on a world class team.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what position you're playing in. You should be beating teams you should be beating. And granted, who was the last few games? They shouldn't have lost to Burnley. And who else did they lose to? Brighton. Shouldn't have lost to Brighton. So it's like, it's not like you're losing to the teams higher up in the table either. You're losing to teams that you should be beaten easily.
Yeah, I agree. The thing is that they're blaming the absence of Van Dijk. They're blaming the absence of Fabinho, Matip, or anybody else who's capable of playing center back when their forwards aren't even scoring.
Yeah, and that's I was just about to bring that up. Your forwards aren't even scoring either. So,
I mean, yeah, there's.
Have you seen Mane's hair recently? I think that's the reason why.
One,
dude, it looks like he's like. Did you see that picture of Aubameyang? I think it was during lockdown last year that came out, and his hair was like flopped over, like you know the way like he's got that.
Yeah.
His hair was like flopped back, and it looked like he was like bald. That's what Mane is looking like right now.
Mane's looked like that for years though.
No, but
he's had a hairline for a minute.
Yeah, but it's like patchy now. Like it's not filled like it usually is because he doesn't have that hair filler in. But I think that's part of it. He's missing his mojo because of that. And then obviously Firmino just can't score. It will be interesting to see how when Jota comes back in, how well Liverpool do. But I think
he was sparking a lot of the creativity. Yes, he was scoring goals, but he kept the ball moving up top a lot too. Though he was doing what they've always wanted Firmino to do, and not only that, but they were able to play 2 false nines with Jota and Firmino respectively, pushing up or pulling back.
Did they play at the same time? I thought usually Jota came in for Firmino.
That happened at first, yeah. and then Jota replaced Firmino, and then he implemented both of them into up top. So they were basically playing like a
2-2-2-2. With Mane and Salah being the highest.
Yeah, and it was a cool system on how 2 false nines can come back and rotate and communicate.
Do you think
they both speak Portuguese, so that works out?
Do you think that Thiago being in that Liverpool team is hindering the way they play? Because I think it does. Because Liverpool's midfield last year, why their team was so effective was that their midfield was just efficient. So they'd win the ball back and as fast as possible get it to the forwards and then attack that way, or to the wing backs. Right now, with Thiago in there, they're trying to possess the ball and they're trying to
Well, that's why Naby Keita didn't fit in either.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Same type of player, possess the ball in the midfield
so he's
type.
not. Yeah, he doesn't even fit their system. So.
No, we're like and see, Milner's technically he's not like Latin feet capable, but he is technically able.
Yeah.
Henderson not so much. Wijnaldum more so than both of them. So like that, and I'm pretty sure that 3. Fabinho as well. But yeah, they've always had a running gun, bust them up in the midfield, play on the counter on the outside.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to put a world-class possessor in Thiago along
into like a fast-paced not counterattacking but fast-paced. I guess it is kind of counterattacking.
It's running gun, and it's because they don't possess. Like the reason Trent has so many assists is because he blindly crosses it in.
Yeah.
It's going to happen eventually. Eventually somebody's going to get their head on it.
I can't remember what game it was. Maybe it was Brighton. I didn't watch it though, but I looked at I went on Stat Zone and I looked up Alexander Arnold's